This is Duke University.
When I learned that I was being given this honor, I was overjoyed and equally nervous. It's a challenging task to ponder over the last 4 years and pick any one moment, as the years seem to bleed together, ending as quickly as they started. In search of inspiration for an eloquent means of verbalizing all the big and small moments, I was driven to revisit the journal I started keeping the summer after my freshman year. This was the first journal I had kept since my pink dolphin-themed diary in the 3rd grade that was riddled with grammar and punctuation errors as I struggled to learn English and embrace it as my new mode of expression. Back then, no day was ordinary, and clearly every 3rd grade tetherball score and freeze tag game simply had to be documented. My diary was a space of exploration where I practiced a new tongue and reflected on the many mysteries of elementary school. Unfortunately, the years in between were not as well chronicled, but I picked up the habit again in a slightly more mature form, spurred by a particularly challenging first year and punctuated by a long-awaited journey back to my place of birth, Ethiopia. In my journal, I vented about all the nights spent at Perkins, agonizing over reading responses and Orgo exams, noted the Friday afternoon hangouts on the BC Plaza, and all the road trips during fall break. In reading and reminiscing over all of these memories, I could only parallel my experience as an ICS major at Duke to learning a new language. ICS is an interdisciplinary department that gives its students the instruments to deconstruct conventional categories and systems of order. Just as we learn to speak in a language, you learn the terms to critically analyze social, political, and economic systems. Just as you learn to translate in a language, you interpret the terminology across different cultures. Just as you learn to write in a language, you author a synthesis of nuanced global perspectives and global conditions. Hence, ICS is a deep understanding of the most complex grammatical structure that is society. Along with adopting the language of ICS, a unique feature of the ICS program is the extended language requirement, which has encouraged many of us to acquire second and third languages, ranging from Hindi to Spanish and Arabic. Now that we have spent the last 4 years learning this new language, we will begin to face the challenge of retention. How will we continue to engage and vocalize through the frameworks we have embraced as we move forward? One of the most brilliant qualities about this department is the sheer diversity of the professional fields we will pursue. With this in mind, I believe the key to retention is practice and consciousness. It is in how we read newspapers and consume popular media, remembering to be critical of what we assume are facts. It is also in the company we keep. Our peers at Duke have been one of our greatest resources. We have been each other's confidants, motivators, and impromptu tutors, and have spent countless hours practicing thinking through these frameworks. So as we move into the next phase of our lives, we strive to continue to surround ourselves with the people that will both challenge and support us. For many of us, our parents and families have been unwavering sources of strength and motivation, as well as our first teachers of language. Today, we recognize our mothers for all of their wisdom and patience. Mom, being your daughter is my greatest honor. And I thank my family that's here for always being here. And I love you unconditionally. I thank the ICS department for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you today. I'm sorry. And I thank the fabulous faculty and staff for making Duke feel like home. Thank you.